I'm back. Hello everyone. I know I've been away for about 4 months now, haven't made a video, and I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're still here. What is it that I want you to do that is going to be the deciding factor for that day as to whether you have good conversations or not? Well, it's something that I really don't see discussed pretty much at all in other videos that I watch here on YouTube. And for me, it's critical that I do this every day so that I can get into the right mindset. We've heard that word mindset. I know a lot of people talk about mindset, but what are you doing to get into that mindset? When you see an athlete before they get on the field, they're doing things, they're stretching, they're warming up, they're running in place, right? What are you doing so that you are ensuring that your dialer session is as productive as it can be? I'm not talking about role play. I'm not talking about knowing your scripts or maybe knowing the market. Those are all valuable things that we all should be doing. But what are you specifically doing before you get on that dialer? Anyone? Anyone? Drop a comment down below. What I want you to do is I want you to take 10 minutes, not 5, but 10 minutes to decompress. Let go of your worries, let go of your frustrations, let go of things that are occupying your mind. Maybe you got a bill that you need to pay. Maybe you got an argument with your brother last week. Maybe you almost got into a car accident on your way to work or when you were running an errand and you're thinking about that driver that almost cut you off, right? Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. I do not want any of those thoughts, any of that stress entering into your call session because it is going to take away your power to help and be present for the distressed sellers that are on the other end of that phone. The for sale by owners that don't know why their home isn't selling, or the expired sellers that feel as though nobody wants their home. They've only sold 2 homes in their whole life maybe, and they don't know that expired listings are pretty common in this business, right? Not everybody sells the first time out of the gate. If you are bogged down with your own worries and concerns, you are not going to be fully present for those sellers that need you. And we all know that you have a finite amount of time to connect with them, to create rapport, so that they're going to want to call or they're going to want to speak with you when you call them the second time or the third time, as you work on building trust with them so that ultimately they allow you to meet with them. If you're not in a place of showing empathy and being generous, they're going to sense that. You're going to be just like everybody else calling, and I want you to be different. This is going to be the deciding factor. Take a look at these glasses of water. Guess which one I want you to be. We've got a very thirsty seller on the other end of the phone. If you give them a half a glass of water, well, it's going to quench their thirst a little bit. But if you give them a full glass, which is you being completely present, then they are going to be more satisfied with that conversation. And you might stick out more than the other 25 people that have called them. And this is about giving you that competitive edge. You guys know I am huge on empathy. I'm huge on empathy in life in general. I think it's important. We all need to understand each other and maybe you see one side of a person, but you don't really know what they're going through, right? Well, it's very critical to show empathy and understanding for your customer when you're working in sales. They have to know that you're really on their team and they're not just another dial you're making, another listing you want to acquire. No. So for you to give, you have to release all of your thoughts. And I suggest doing a couple of things. I suggest maybe reading a devotional, praying, whatever it is that you do. If you're a religious or spiritual person, you can do some stretching. These are some things that I do before I get on the dialer every day. I didn't used to do this, and I got to thinking, why am I more successful in some calling sessions than others? What's the factor here that is playing into my favor sometimes and not in others? Well, sometimes I have more time in my schedule, and I will sit down and I will kind of do some devotionals or some inspirational readings for that day. And other times I was just hurrying and putting the headset on and going at it. And I realized, no, this is not what you feel like doing. This is discipline and this is structure. I promise you that if you take these 10 minutes, you're going to see a difference in your call session. You're going to feel better about who you are as an agent. Remember, these calls are about customer service, community outreach. We are there to help and be there for sellers that are struggling. You can't be there if you've got thoughts in your mind about you. If you release it, let it go. Hello, Mr. Jones. How can I help you get through this stress of trying to sell your home before you need to be in Texas next week? There is a lot that goes into cold calling. If you've never done it before or you've been doing it for a while now, there's a lot that goes into it. These aren't just simple conversations. This isn't an incoming phone call. Hello, Mandy, I'd like to meet with you so you can sell my home. Oh, great, that's wonderful. What's your address? That's not what these calls are about. We all know there's so much that goes into them, and a lot of it is psychology. A lot of it is reading a person and going with your intuition. And we can't do that if we are cluttered inside with our own thoughts and feelings about what's going on in our lives. So we need to clear all of that out before we get into the dialer every day. And I think 10 minutes is a sufficient amount of time to clear through that, hit the reset button, make yourself feel fresh before you get on stage to try to acquire new clients and build your business.